So I want to take a look at Walmart, ticker symbol on the screen, WMT. Last time we looked at Walmart was June 8th, so it's been a little over a month, about a month and a half. Uh, so I looked at the news and there are some items, so we'll just see what Walmart's been up to in that past month, month and a half. Then we'll pivot into technical analysis to see if just anything needs to be updated in terms of a buy point, resistance points, um, and just overall just like an update technical base. So let's just go into the news and just see what's been going on. So again, this is going from the closer to June, and then we'll work our way up to present day. And as I'm going through this, if you want to add any insight that maybe I missed when going through this, and just want to add more insight to it, that'd be helpful for me and others, I'm sure, and I'd be happy to read it. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll do my best to answer those. So going into the news here, shareholders will receive a bigger dividend than last year. So from last year's payment till now, I believe this happens on the next financial statements. Dividends will now be 57 cents, which is a boost up. I'm not sure what it is or was. Um, I might be able to look real quick. So here's a quick look at the technical pattern. Um, it just has a percentage. It doesn't show what it was before. I have to imagine it was like maybe 50 cents, 50 somewhere in the low 50s. Now it's 57. Next, we have a new fulfillment center draws Walmart closer to a guaranteed 2-day deliveries. So a digital future may uh, lie ahead for McCordsville, Indiana, with the opening of a massive fulfillment center in the Indiana town. So Walmart is looking into, I'm sure this is not new, but they are trying to expand their online presence to kind of compete with Amazon, or, I mean, that's kind of what they're, uh, I imagine, trying to do. They want to get more online share, such as an Amazon. This allows them to have a fulfillment center in, I guess, a lacking part of their America plan. And so they're thinking with this center, hopefully that's going to fill a gap for them, and that gets them closer to this guaranteed 2-day delivery, which I'm imagining is something like Amazon Prime. Walmart's going to have something like that and have this guaranteed 2-day delivery. That sounds awesome. We'll look forward to that and how that kind of impacts things. Amazon is estimated to overtake Walmart in beauty. Just thought that was interesting. I'm not sure how big of an impact that will do. Uh, what I'm imagining is if the beauty market is, the whole pie here, uh, beauty's continuing to expand, I imagine, in terms of uh, total addressable market. So just hypothetically, if it was like $10 billion in beauty, and Amazon has, they both might have say 50% of it. But as beauty continues to grow, maybe next year it's at $10.5 billion total addressable, and Amazon might be taking just a little bit bigger of a bite than Walmart. And so over the next couple years, Morgan Stanley's saying Amazon's going to edge out Walmart. Um, Overall, I don't think this isn't really a hurtful thing to either of the companies. It's just Walmart's starting to improve. So if anything, I would say this is good news for Amazon, not necessarily bad news for Walmart, but still, I thought it was worth mentioning. So moving on, uh, kind of touched on this earlier. Walmart's investing in digital business push. They want to remind us, the consumers, that they are more than just a physical store. You can buy things online with them too. Uh, I know I tend to look at Amazon first when Walmart's probably a more individual, a more set price, where Amazon, I feel like I might be able to find a couple varieties of things. I feel like Amazon has more uniqueness when if I know exactly what I want, uh, Walmart might be a better buy. Uh, again, I would have to compare them, but I mean that's all they're trying to do. They want people to understand you don't need to come to our store. You can treat Walmart like Amazon. So we'll see how that goes. Clearly, it seems like that's a weak spot for this company. That they see the opportunity. They just need to get people to utilize it as they want. So we'll see how that plays out. Maybe when the financials come out, they'll have a breakdown between online sales versus in-store sales and how that's kind of evolved over the past year or so. Uh, that'd be nice, but we'll see when it comes out. Next, we have U.S. retailers' members only programs are under scrutiny with this Amazon lawsuit. So, a quick recap of that is Amazon has some sort of, I have to imagine it's Prime, or they have a couple different offers, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but anyways, Amazon is currently in trouble for almost like it, it is the hey, you can use our service for free for X amount of time, and if you don't remember to cancel it or unsubscribe from that membership, Amazon's just going to assume you want to keep it, and they're going to start charging you. Apparently, they're kind of in trouble right now about that. Obviously, Walmart has something similar, I believe, with Costco, and I think there's like a Walmart Plus program, and so this is just like a reminder, hey, make sure you're doing the right things. Again, I don't know if Amazon's going to get in trouble for this, but the point is, uh, there's potential that they might be in trouble for this, and Walmart has a similar product. So just for awareness. Next, we have Amazon, maybe the largest U.S. retailer in 2024. So again, I mean, these two are competing against each other. Walmart is number one right now, but they're saying Amazon is growing. So um, again, I'm looking forward to their financials. I want to see what is their online revenue compared to in-store, and I want to hopefully I'm seeing growth in that. If I am, Walmart's still good. I overall I think they're good, but I mean, if I saw growth, I would feel even more optimistic about Walmart. And but yeah, I guess I'm not concerned because of the size, and I do believe Walmart's continuing to grow. It's just Amazon's growing faster. So we're currently following both, so we'll see how it plays out in the end, and just over time. Next, we have Genpact and Walmart extended a partnership in North America. Genpact is a global professional services firm focused on delivering outcomes that transform businesses. So apparently, Genpact helped Walmart with Latin America and uh, I think it was somewhere in Africa, but definitely Latin America. Maybe it was just two places where Walmart, I guess, was weak, while they're extending their partnership. Uh, so we'll see. I'm not sure. Again, we'll have to look at the next financials to see what the breakdown is by region potentially, and that'll kind of give us a better feel of how's Genpact actually impacting the final numbers for this company. Uh, Clearly, they must have done a good job for Walmart to extend the partnership. Just want to see how it's materializing. Moving on here, getting close to the end here. Walmart expands free grocery delivery. Uh, so the article kind of just, I didn't share it, but the article mentions how uh, different service providers like Amazon mainly, how you have to hit like a certain dollar amount before you get free groceries. And Walmart was down at like $35, where the next closest was like 70. I think Amazon was like $75. So the fact that Walmart undercut it by more than 50%, uh, again, I'm not sure how that's going to hit the bottom line as much. But the point is, I feel like Walmart's trying to gain more market share, at least in groceries. And again, Walmart has arguably the lowest prices. So this, again, we'll just see how it plays out. But it seems good. It sounds like they'll get more market share if people use that type of service as opposed to going into the store themselves and picking out what they want. Next, we have, like Netflix, Costco is cracking down on using someone else's membership. So this is interesting. I'm not sure how they were planning on doing this, but since so apparently since it added more self-service checkouts in stores, the company has noticed an increase in non-member shoppers. And so, how are they going to fix that? Apparently, they're going to have almost like a bouncer type situation. I'm not sure. Uh, but anyway, the end result is meant to be either before or after they check out. I would imagine it should be before you check out. Someone's going to ask you for your Costco membership card to validate, are you the person on the card? If you don't have your card, they're going to ask you for your driver's license. I don't know if this is going to be like an audit situation. I don't, I mean, obviously they could just ask anybody and everybody, or they might do like every fifth person, or, uh, you know, that is their idea of how they're going to crack down on this. Uh, I can understand. I liked the Netflix play. I feel like the Netflix play was more automated, really, where Costco it's not. Um, so I don't know if I like how this will play out. Like I understand how it can trickle down to the revenue, but I just we'll see. I don't like it as much as I like the Netflix in terms of a revenue play, but again, we'll see. And this is the last one. So really front heavy. Things happen more in June, not so much in July. But the last piece, Walmart will pay $4 million in scam compensation. The article goes into how, like, in 2017 or 2016, I guess, there was a specific scam, it sounds like, where people were potentially losing like $500 to $1,000 in Walmart gift cards. I guess Walmart didn't do the proper due diligence during this period of time, and because of that, they're saying, hey, you need to pay $4 million to whoever these people are that claim their $500 to $1,000 reward. So if you're one of those people, I think right now you're able to attempt to get reimbursed. Not sure how it all works, but that is a thing that's going on. So between, I believe, 2016, 2017, give it a shot if this actually happened to you, where you got scammed. Um, but yeah, let's move into the technicals here. So let me load up our technical spreadsheet here, and let me get, whoops, not that. I want the spreadsheet. Okay, so a quick little catch up from June 8th. At that time, Walmart was trading at 150. We had buy points marked at 138 and 147. I was more interested in 138. That's why it's bold. And we noticed resistance at 155 and 161. I was more interested in the 161. Um, and based on those ranges in terms of buy point and resistance, being at 150, kind of in the middle of both ranges. So I gave it a blue, a fair value. So we'll see if that changes. And then the note that we left ourselves is it's been in an uptrend for the past 12 months since June of 22. So we'll see if that's still in play. We also noticed sideways consolidation since July of 2020, ranging from 124 to 147. It looks like last time we looked at this 150, it was just above that. So that consolidation might be getting broken out here. We also noticed it was in an 8-year uptrend since 2015, and to buy the dips on that uptrend. So let's take a look at the technical analysis here and see what we got. So right off the bat, here we can see the purple uptrend. So that is the more recent one that we said started in June of 22, I believe, towards the end of June of last year. So over a year, it has been in this purple uptrend. I'm going to extend it out into September. I guess I'll hold off. I'll extend the upper line shortly, but for now, I'll keep it as is. And then we have this yellow uptrend line. Hopefully we can see that. But that's the one that started 8 years ago. We can zoom out a little bit here to show, yeah, that one's been intact for a long time, going back to 2015. So here we are. I mean, both are still in play. If we zoom back in, we can see that we're at the bottom of the short-term uptrend. So if we're a believer in that, which I kind of am, but I'm going to be more patient, I think, and wait for the long-term uptrend. It's already got rejected at the top of the long-term uptrend. We'll see. We'll know for sure in about a month and a half of which one's going to be the dominant trend here, at least in the short term. But yeah, so that explains those. And then we mentioned how it was consolidating between 124 and 147 since July of 2020. And so you can see that here, how it's been between that green line is 124, 147 is the red. We've been above that red line now since April. I'm willing to remove that. I kept it in even with this little peak here because it was very short term, about a month. A second time, less than a month. It fell below for a little over a month, but ultimately it pulled back in the range, so I felt comfortable. This one's been going on for close to 2 months at this point. I guess we could leave it in. I'm feeling comfortable enough that I will take it out at this point, so we are going to remove that consolidation piece. Okay. So let's just start updating this. So yeah, let's zoom back in just for a second here. Last time was June 8th, which was right around 150. So somewhere in the middle here. So we must have looked at this on like a Thursday, I imagine. And so 150 is actually down here. I marked it fair value because, again, I'm leaning on the yellow uptrend side as opposed to the purple, which if we were for the purple uptrend, then that was actually a decent time. But because I'm more yellow, I said fair value. Depending on how you were looking at it, could have been a buy spot for you, but for me, I'm more conservative, so I said blue. And I'm probably going to say blue again, but since then, it's pretty much gone up. We did have a pullback about 2 weeks ago, and now it's going flat. So we'll see. Definitely over the next month, we're going to have an answer of, are we going to stick with the yellow or the purple? Yellow, of course, being long term, purple being short term. So today, it's sitting at 154. Buy points for me on this one. So what I've been doing is normally I would give what is a good buy point and resistance point for a stock today. And I will say it, but in terms of our tracker, I'm going to forecast out a month for me of what that buy point and resistance point are, just so just because that's like the next time we're going to look at this, or at least I will. And so I just want to give more or less like a range to myself, just for awareness here. So today, like this week, the buy points I'm looking for are 154, because that's the bottom of the purple trend, and 139. That would be the bottom of the yellow uptrend. But like I said, I'm going to go out about a month, so mid-August. And so the points in mid-August I'm looking for are 140 and 157. So I'm going to update the 138 to 140 and the 147 to what again? To 157. So you can see how much faster the purple uptrend's going. The yellow's only going up $2 a month. Purple's going up like $10 a month. I don't know. As far as the news goes, I didn't hear anything that would really warrant an accelerated path right now. So I think it will pull back. In terms of resistance, doing the same thing. In terms of today, for the yellow uptrend, which is what I'm focusing on, today it would be about 157. The fact that we're at 154, it's a no-go for me. Projecting out till mid-August, we're looking at 158. So I'm going to update the 155 to the 158. And now, because I can't see the purple, let me do a little dance in here. Let me pull that out, try to keep it parallel. So projecting out till mid-August for that uptrend, we're sitting at about 170. So that one's going to go from 161 to 170. Whoops. It's interesting that I had 161 as the previous point of interest. 161. Interesting. Okay. So I was looking for that one. I'm going to say going out, though, I'm looking at 158 is my key point. We'll see which one kind of takes priority here. But in terms of our note, in an uptrend for the past 12 months, since June of 22, that is still true. I'm just going to update it to show 13 months. Also in an 8-year uptrend since 2015, that is still true. And we said to buy the dips on that 8-year uptrend. That is still true. If this pulled back to, again, about like 140, I'd probably scoop this one up. So again, like me personally, I feel like this is probably a red situation where it's nearing resistance. It's at the top of the uptrend. However, it's close to getting new highs, new all-time highs of like 156, 157. If it does this, it could rally. It could. We did a video recently of Visa. I feel like that's could be the case with Visa. Walmart, I don't really have that inclination to say the same. But I will keep it as a fair value stock just because we're in the middle. And, if a month goes by and we see it's all of a sudden in like the 162, 163 range, I'll probably go with the purple and adjust strategy going forward. But for now, that's how I'm seeing it. So just a quick recap here. We have Walmart trading at 154. I'm giving it a fair value. That's why it's in blue. The buy points we're looking at are 140 and 157. 140 is my buy point because that's the bottom of that yellow uptrend compared to 157, which is the bottom of the purple. And then we have resistance points at 158 and 170. Again, because I'm focusing on that long-term uptrend, 158 is my resistance point. But if we look at the purple uptrend, 170 is the top of that. So that's the 2 points. But again, the bold figures are the figures I'm more focused on right now. And lastly, the note that we're going to keep in is it's in this uptrend for the past 13 months, back in June of 22. That's still in effect. It's at the bottom of that one. And it's also in an 8-year uptrend since 2015. It's at the top of that one. And if it dips on that yellow one, I will definitely add this one. But yeah, so that's it. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. Or if you want to add any insights that you came across that I might have missed, or yeah, just feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.